Ever wondered how discipline could possibly lead to freedom? Doesn't it seem like a contradiction? Picture this. You're standing on the edge of a vast desert with no map, no compass, and no clear direction. That's what life can feel like without discipline, an endless journey with no destination in sight. Now, imagine having a compass, a map, and a clear destination. That's the power of discipline. It might seem counterintuitive, but discipline doesn't constrict your freedom. Instead, it grants you freedom. Let's take a moment to unpack this paradox. We often associate discipline with restrictions, rules, and rigidity, which, on the surface, seem like the opposite of freedom. But what if I told you that discipline is not the enemy of freedom, but its truest friend? This is the premise of the book Discipline is Freedom. It challenges the common misconception that discipline is restrictive and instead presents a compelling argument that discipline is the key to achieving true freedom. How so, you ask? Well, the truth is, without discipline, we are slaves to our whims and fancies, constantly swayed by external circumstances and our fleeting emotions. We may feel free because we're not following any rules, but in reality, we're trapped in a cycle of aimlessness and lack of direction. On the other hand, discipline provides a structure that guides our actions and decisions, helping us stay focused on our goals. It gives us the power to resist distractions and overcome obstacles, leading us towards the freedom we desire, the freedom to achieve our dreams, the freedom to live our best lives. So, it's time to shift our perspective on discipline. It's not about limiting our choices or curtailing our desires. It's about providing a framework that enables us to make conscious, constructive choices, leading us towards our aspirations. So let's dive into the world where discipline sets you free. A world where discipline is not a cage, but a ladder. A ladder that leads us to the heights of success, happiness, and true freedom. A world where discipline is, indeed, freedom. Chapter 1 of the book kicks off with an intriguing concept, the freedom in structure. This idea might seem counterintuitive at first, but let's dive deeper. Imagine your life as a vast open ocean. It's beautiful, yes, but also daunting and directionless. How do you navigate? Where do you go? This is where the concept of structure comes into play. By establishing a framework, or a map, if you will, we can navigate the ocean of life with purpose and direction. The structure provides a sense of order amidst the chaotic currents of life's daily demands. It saves us from the paralysis of endless choices and decision fatigue that so often bog us down. It's like creating a personal life compass that guides us, allowing us to focus on what truly matters, freeing us from unnecessary distractions. In essence, structure liberates us from the chaos of everyday life. Chapter 2 delves into the power of routine. Picture this: every day, you wake up at the same time, follow the same schedule, and perform the same tasks. It may sound monotonous, but in reality, it's a form of self-discipline that's packed with potential. When we have a routine, we're not constantly making decisions about what to do next. This saves our mental energy for the bigger, more important decisions we need to make throughout the day. Moreover, a routine can lead to increased productivity. It's like having a roadmap for your day. You know where you're going, and you know how to get there. You're not wasting time figuring out what to do. You're doing it. But here's the real kicker. Routine, in its own unique way, leads to freedom. Freedom from indecision, from wasted time, from the mental fatigue of constant decision-making. Routine, as it turns out, is not monotonous, but a powerful tool for freedom. Chapter 3 addresses a common enemy of discipline: procrastination. Procrastination, that sneaky thief of time, is a hurdle we've all faced at some point. But fear not, for the author presents us with an arsenal of strategies to vanquish this foe and reclaim our freedom. Firstly, we have the strategy of starting small. It's easy to be overwhelmed by the enormity of a task, and this fear can often push us into the arms of procrastination. But by breaking the task into smaller, manageable parts, we can get started without the daunting pressure. Even the greatest journey begins with a single step, and taking that first step, no matter how small, can set the ball rolling towards completion. Next, the author introduces us to the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This simple rule can help clear up small tasks that otherwise pile up into a mountain of procrastination. Then there's the strategy of visualization. By picturing ourselves successfully completing a task, we can build confidence and motivation to tackle it head-on. Visualization has been used by athletes and high achievers worldwide, and it can be a powerful tool in our fight against procrastination. Another effective strategy is accountability. By sharing our goals and deadlines with others, we create a sense of obligation to complete the task. This external pressure can be just the push we need to get started and keep going. Finally, We have the reward system. By rewarding ourselves after completing a task, we create a positive association with the act of doing. This can be a powerful motivator, making us look forward to getting things done rather than dreading them. These strategies are not merely tools to overcome procrastination, they are steps towards freedom. Freedom from the stress of pending tasks, freedom from the guilt of wasted time, and ultimately, freedom to live a more disciplined, productive life. Overcoming procrastination unchains us from the weight of unaccomplished tasks, granting us the freedom we yearn for. The fourth chapter explores an unusual area: discipline in relationships. It's not something we often consider, right? But just like any other aspect of our lives, our relationships can also benefit from a healthy dose of discipline. Imagine you've got a garden. If you water and tend to it regularly, the flowers will bloom and the plants will thrive. But if you neglect it, the garden will wither. The same principle applies to our relationships. They need care, attention, and yes, discipline. If we cultivate discipline in maintaining and managing our relationships, we can expect healthier, more fulfilling connections. Now let's talk about communication. We've all been there. A misunderstanding spirals out of control, leading to unnecessary conflict. But disciplined communication can prevent this. It's about being mindful of how, when, and what we communicate. It's about listening as much as speaking. It's about expressing our feelings constructively, honestly, and respectfully. It's about being disciplined enough to hold our tongues when we're angry and waiting for the right moment to express our feelings. Discipline in communication also means setting boundaries. It means having the courage to say no when needed and respecting the boundaries set by others. It's about understanding and respecting the fact that we are separate individuals with our own needs, wants, and feelings. The author points out that disciplined communication is not about controlling or manipulating others. On the contrary, it's about giving and receiving freedom. Freedom from misunderstandings, from needless conflicts, from hurt feelings. It's about creating a space where every voice is heard, every feeling is acknowledged, and every need is considered. And it's not just about romantic relationships, it's about all kinds of relationships, with friends, family, colleagues, and even with ourselves. Because at the end of the day, relationships are what make our lives rich and meaningful. So, let's cultivate discipline in our relationships. Let's communicate mindfully, set boundaries respectfully, and nurture our connections diligently. Because discipline in relationships frees us from unnecessary drama and brings harmony to our lives. As we reach the end, we come full circle to the freedom and discipline. In this journey, we have delved deep into the paradoxical relationship between discipline and freedom. We've explored the freedom in structure, the power of routine, overcoming procrastination, and the discipline in relationships. Now it's time to revisit and reinforce the idea that discipline, far from being restrictive, actually provides a path to freedom in various aspects of life. Every chapter of this journey has revealed how discipline liberates us from the shackles of chaos and uncertainty. The discipline of structure gives us the freedom to navigate through life without feeling overwhelmed. It's like having a map in the wilderness. It doesn't limit where you can go, but it certainly helps you figure out where you are and how to get where you want to go. Routine, often seen as monotonous, actually offers a unique form of freedom. It liberates us from the daily decision-making fatigue, allowing us to focus our energy on things that truly matter. Instead of constantly deciding what to do next, we can channel our mental resources into creative and productive endeavors. Overcoming procrastination, a testament to personal discipline, frees us from the regret and stress that come with missed opportunities or unfulfilled potential. It's about seizing the day, every day, and living life to its fullest. And discipline in relationships, it's about setting boundaries, respecting others, and maintaining balance. It's about understanding that freedom in relationships doesn't mean doing whatever you want, but rather nurturing the relationship in a way that allows both individuals to grow and flourish. In conclusion, discipline is not a cage, but a key. It's a tool that, when used appropriately, can unlock doors to personal growth, achievement, and satisfaction in all aspects of life. It's about creating a life that you don't need a vacation from, a life where you feel content, balanced, and truly free. Embracing discipline is not about restricting your life, it's about setting yourself free.